Axial Tilt and the Journey of the Earth around the Sun. Sacred Lineage Series 1. Over 4.5 billion years ago, when the Earth was just being formed, something magical happened. The Earth didn't sit straight. It tilted. Not too much, just a little, about 23.5 degrees. But this little tilt made a big difference. It gave us seasons. Imagine the Earth as a spinning top, gently tilted. As it goes around the Sun, sometimes the top part of Earth, called the northern hemisphere, leans towards the Sun. That's when people feel warm and it's called summer. When the northern hemisphere leans away from the Sun, it becomes cooler and it's called winter. Long before telescopes or satellites, wise sages in India looked at the sky and observed that every January the northern hemisphere leans towards the Sun, and around July the Earth leans away from the Sun. This special time was called as Uttarāyaṇa and Dakṣiṇāyana respectively. It was celebrated as Punya Kala or a sacred time. A very old text called Vedāṅga Jyotiṣa, particularly the Yajuṣa Jyotiṣa, written by a sage named Lagada between 1100 to 600 BCE, described this clearly. The sages didn't use globes or science labs, but they used stars and constellations to figure out Uttarāyaṇa and Dakṣiṇāyana Punya Kala. And guess what? Even in the great epic Mahabharata, there is a powerful moment which talks about Uttarāyaṇa Punya Kala. The warrior Bhishmacharya, lying on a bed of arrows after the Great War, chose not to leave his body until the sun began its northward journey, Uttarāyaṇa. Later, other scholars too wrote about Uttarāyaṇa and Dakṣiṇāyana Punya Kala. Surya Siddhānta, a brilliant astronomy text around 400 CE, explained how the Earth's path shifts and how this relates to Uttarāyaṇa and Dakṣiṇāyana Punya Kala. In 1100 CE, a genius named Bhaskaracharya wrote a book called Siddhānta Shiromani. In chapter 7, verse 11, he talked about how these two journeys are auspicious and mark big changes in the sky and in our lives. Even earlier, in the 6th century, a brilliant thinker named Varaha Mihira in his Brihad Samhita also described the sun's journey and how it's linked to Earth's magical tilt. So, the next time you feel the warmth or the chill, remember, it's all because of the Earth's axial tilt. Let's honor this legacy, not merely with pride, but with understanding, inquiry, and continued transmission. References. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share for more videos.